Good morning. It's great to be with you again this morning. Did you know that Jesus Christ is coming back soon? I can hardly wait for that day. And I hope you are looking forward to that day also when he descends on the clouds of heaven. Let me describe that longing for you in 3 different ways. Sometimes I'm asked the question, when is Jesus coming back? And when I look for an answer, I turn to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. And there Paul answers the question in a very incredible way. He says, first of all, that Jesus will come like a thief in the night. In other words, we don't know when he's coming back. No one schedules a thief to come into their home. So we don't know. But he does say, but we should be prepared. And we should prepare our hearts to meet him. And then the second thing he says is, we will talk about peace and safety. And then suddenly, destruction will come upon us. And his point there is simply that when we talk about peace and safety, everything is just right and great and grand, it tends to put us to sleep, spiritual sleep, when we don't stay attentive or alert to the return of Jesus. And then suddenly, when destruction comes, we just enter a world of bewilderment. And he puts those 2 things together when he describes the return of Jesus as a labor and delivery room. He describes the return of Jesus as labor pains that will bring new birth. And that's the beauty of the when. We don't know when, but we know that Jesus is the good thief who will steal our lives from a world of trouble and evil and bring new birth into our lives. So we don't know when, but we should prepare. We should be alert, and we have to get ourselves ready for that great day. So that's the when. Then I describe my longing in terms of what. What's going to happen on that day when Jesus returns? And it's quite a story. And for the what, I usually turn to Romans chapter 8, verses 18 through 25. And there Paul again uses the imagery of labor and delivery. In fact, he says all creation is groaning as in the pains of childbirth. And then he says 2 things. One, he says our lowly bodies will be transformed to his glorious body. I don't know about you, that's good for me. I think it's good for everyone that our lowly bodies will be transformed. We'll all feel a lot better. But it also means this: no more death, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. No more HIV, AIDS, no more SIDS, no more cancer, no more cardiac arrest, no more blindness, no more of all that debilitates life. And that is just a beautiful thought of what will take place when Jesus Christ comes back. But he also says a second thing, not just that we will have new birth and new bodies, but that we will have a new creation. That all things will be made brand new. And I personally believe that that means that we will have the freedom in Christ to discover the fullness of the universe, all of its vast domain, as well as the intricacies, the most microscopic element of the beauty of what he made, and to delight in everything in between those 2 things. It is going to be a life that God intended in the original creation, one that he restores to us in Jesus Christ, and one that we can look forward to with great anticipation. So that's the what. The Lord is once again bringing a new creation, a new life for you and for me. And then the third way I describe the longing is why. Why do I desire Jesus to come back, and why do I desire to meet him face to face? And then I turn to Ephesians 1, verses 13 through 18. And there Paul says that the Lord has given me his Spirit, who is a deposit guaranteeing my inheritance. That's pretty impressive. Heaven is kept for me. Heaven is kept for you. The new creation is our guaranteed inheritance. But it gets better than that. Because if you go down to verse 18 of Ephesians 1, it says that the Lord has his glorious inheritance when Jesus Christ returns. And what is that glorious inheritance of the Lord? it's you and me. Or as one person said, the rich inheritance of the Father is that you and I are his net worth. We are more loved than we ever dared to believe or to imagine. So Jesus Christ is coming back soon. And it's going to be quite a day. And we don't know when, but we can prepare our hearts. We know what, in some respect, and we know why. We are the riches of his heart. So I look forward to the day that Jesus Christ returns. I hope you do too. But let me also say this, that if you do not look forward to the return of Jesus Christ, or if you're not a believer, then if you think social distancing is hard, just imagine eternal separation. There is no hope apart from Jesus, and there is no hope apart from longing for his return. But if you are a Christian and you look forward to that great day, it is a day of incredible, incredible joy, because we will meet the lover of our souls for the very first time, face to face. I remember the day I got married. It was the best day of my life. And still, when I look back at my life, it's still the best day of my life. And in Revelation, John describes the return of Jesus as a wedding ceremony. And when I got married, if that was a day of joy, that will pale into comparison on the day I meet the true groom, Jesus Christ, the lover of my soul, the lover of your soul. I hope you will look forward to meeting Jesus. I hope you will turn your eyes to the future and prepare your hearts. Thanks for joining us today, and have a great week.